change. So, whatever time it is right now, I hope it is going great. It's going great for me because I am off work and it is still daylight. So, it's always great when I'm getting off and it's daylight. And I hope y'all can hear me well because I am using my earbuds. So, hopefully you can hear me good. But I hope y'all day has been really, really great so far. If not, it's not too late to change it around because it's still a great day. Got so many hours in this day to go. So let's just end it well. Let's just, from this point forward, make it the best. I'm just glad I got up early because I had made reservations for me and my boyfriend to go out to dinner. For his birthday that passed. We wasn't able to do it on his birthday. So we're going to do it today. So I am glad I'm off. I'm able to go to the house and take my time and get dressed. Because your girl is looking a mess. Nails looking a mess. Toes, everything looking a mess. So I need to just go take time and just, get myself on point. But, yeah, I'm happy because I am off. And work was work. Work was great. Like I say, it's always great when, I'm off before it gets dark. But let me put this up. The sun is this way, so maybe I can put that way. Okay. But yeah, I'm so thankful that I'm able to still work. I'm so thankful that I'm able to still move because today when I was working, y'all, I stepped down or I don't know, I didn't spring anything in them, but I just feel like something just disconnected my leg or so. I don't know. It was just a weird feeling. And I'm like, oh, Lord, your girl is not going to be able to do this no 30 years. I don't want to be doing this job for 30 years. I thank God that I'm able to do it now, but I know for sure I am, I really want to prepare and build my brand and just get things rolling in another area because I just don't see myself doing this 30 years because just the effects that it have on my body. I could be doing drive out and just twisting and turning and it's a lot. It's a lot. So y'all see y'all postal workers, be praying for us. Not just postal workers though. Anybody who deliver, just anybody who work. Like we need prayer right now. All the essential workers in every field and in every job who is still going to work needs prayer, needs your support in every area because it is tough. Like working these different kind of jobs, you can easily take the wrong step and it will mess up your entire body. Like I don't care what you in. Like you could be inside a building in a hospital, you can make the wrong move and it will mess you up. So y'all continue to pray for all the essential workers who are out here still working when some just don't want to be at work, some want to do other things, but we still choose to come to work and get it done. And I know for me, without making any excuses about it. So, let's just continue to remember that, we're in a great position, a great place, a great situation. We're able to still work and move because it's a lot of people who wish they had arms and legs to work or, people who just wish they was in my position and had the job I have. So I'm thankful for it. But that's what I wanted to talk about. Work, man. Work. Like, it's so many topics that can be talked about as far as work, but I'm just talking about, like, the trauma of it all, like, work trauma, like, work issues, like, work problems, the things that we have at work, that's problems. One of my affirmations that I say is I'm a problem solver. Now I just started saying, I was not saying that at first. Now I start saying that I'm a problem solver. And even as I'm speaking, at this job where I'm at, I could remember how I wanted to not be here so bad. Like I wanted to leave so bad. I would fill out. I mean, I done filled out. Like I know at least 20 applications, some 2 or 3 to the same place. and nothing had popped off. And you know, I'm to the point like, okay, Lord, whatever your will, let it be done. Because I told God if he gave me this job, that I would not leave until he was ready for me to leave. So I guess that's why I'm still here, because I have applied to so many places and I still have not gotten anything yet. But the point I was saying, like, I was trying to run away from this job so bad, so much, because of the issues that I created even for myself. But not only that, the issues that just comes along with the management and supervisors and the workers is from every part. Like, my job is not a hard job. Let's get that understood. It's not hard to deliver mail. You definitely have to have, you know, you got to be a person who likes to move, because you're going to be on the move. You know, you got to be a person who, let's say, like to deliver, like to deal with customers, because that's what the job is about, customer service and dealing with the customers. And if you like movement and going up and down stairs and getting out, hopping out, in and out, I mean, that's what I do, deliver the mail. So, you know, y'all see we deliver the houses, businesses, apartments, all that. So, you know, by far this job is a great job, but the people that you have to deal with in the job. My daughters can come deliver mail at the age that they are and kill it. They could come deliver mail and kill it, like, without a problem. But to deal with the people we have to deal with, like, that's a whole different issue. And I think that's where the problem come in with a lot of people at jobs. It's not that people hate their jobs, because I think when you sign up for the job, you already know what you're signing up for. Like, when I signed up for the post office, I knew the job that I was signing up for. That's why I applied, because I'm like, okay, I can do this job. But a lot of people get to the point where they hate it because of the environment of the job and the people who are running the job, the people who are in control, the managers and supervisors who are over them. That's what makes you hate the job. At least, maybe not for other people, but for me. I did a video saying I hate my job or something like that. I think that's like the most watched one on my channel, and I couldn't even tell you what I was talking about. But a lot of people probably thought I was saying I hate my job, which, no, I don't hate the job. I dislike the people that runs the company, like the people who they have in place. You know, I don't know what the definition of a manager is. I don't know what the definition of a supervisor is, but what I'm thinking is somebody who's a leader, who's, you know, letting their employees or their workers know, you know, what's need to be done and how to get it done, and then let it be. But, you know, my definition of it and how I see it is nothing like how it's being ran, which is another reason why I would like to be an entrepreneur, because, and own my own company, because it's just a lot of people who's in business and running businesses, it's just not, they whack. They're not good at all. So, y'all forgive my nose is starting to stop up and all that. So, I don't know why I want to do that now that I'm off. But anyway, I don't think it's people who hate the job and the work that they does. They hate the people who are in charge. And y'all, if any managers or supervisors or people who thinking about managing and supervising, y'all, please listen. Like, treating your employees bad and showing them no respect is not the right way to do it. You know, like, for our job, when it say going postal, that is a serious statement, and it's serious because people doing it. Like, when you get to the point where you've been dogged out so much, you've been talked about, you've been disrespected, walked on like you trash, treated like trash, like, it gets to a point where a person done had enough and they, like, fed up and they like, I'm not gonna deal with this. And they just snap. And that's what's happening today in a lot of the workforce. People are snapping because the managers are not treating their employees with respect. They're not taking care of their workers. And That's at my company. That's at a lot of companies. That's why people don't want to go back to work. That's one reason why I don't want to be at work, because I'm like, when the pandemic showed me, it's just like, okay, I don't have to deal with this. I'd rather be at home with my children for those hours than be up here at y'all job stressed out and about to slap y'all because of what y'all saying. Being disrespectful and not just showing respect or anything. So, like, I'd rather be at home with my children, in that time and work. Or I was doing the deliveries and all that for Uber and Shift and all that. I liked that because I'm like, all this is just through a phone. I don't have to talk to nobody unless I have a major, major problem. They got those things set up so right to where you don't have to talk to anybody unless you're having a major, major problem or something. Or got to cancel something or something like that. But this is the management, the supervisors, the people who are in charge are the reason why people are hating their jobs. Like, but two, I want to talk to the workers. Like, and that's for any managers on here. Y'all got to get it together because you're whack. Like, for your people to be leaving and for it to be like 10 point some million jobs available and or the other way around, 8 or something, people don't want to go to work. It is sad. Like, it's not nothing opening your eyes to see that you need to change your approach with the workforce. You need to change your approach with your company. Like, our turnover, they were saying our turnover rate is high, like people are leaving. Like, that's not giving you a wake-up sign that you need to change. And is it not giving you a wake-up sign, too, that maybe you need to talk to your workers to see, okay, what's the issue? Like, I don't know. Like I said, when I was saying with the affirmations, I'm a problem solver. Now I look at problems that I see and I'm getting in that zone of like, okay, how can I solve the problem that I see? And for me, and at the place that I'm at, I know I can solve it by not being the problem, by not doing what you're doing, by not treating people like trash or disrespecting people or having an attitude or looking crazy or have doing my job or walking around like a turtle. Like, I'm doing my part as being the best employee I can be for this place, because I think about that this is not a job I'm doing for the manager or supervisor. When I go to work, I think about I'm doing it for God. I'm thinking about that I'm serving God, not no other man. Even though it's a man's over, but I think about I'm serving God. And that's how I'm able to get through the job now successfully. It wasn't like this at first, y'all. I was not thinking like this. I was not doing this. Every time somebody said something wrong to me, I was going off. You could not come up and say nothing to me without me going off, because if I felt like you was disrespecting me, you getting going off on. If I felt like you doing anything that's doesn't align with what I'm saying, I'm going off on you. So, that's just who I was at. But thank God that he is a deliverer. He can change you. He can make you, he creates in you a new heart and make you new. So I'm thankful for that. But yeah, your girl was like, you ain't finna talk to me crazy, or I just leave. I used to just walk out. Like, most of my jobs I just left because I'm like, I don't have to deal with this. I can go out and get another job. It's plenty other jobs out there who love to have me. Yeah, I don't got to deal with this. Bye, whatever. I ain't even have to say nothing, just gone. But with this one, I had took a different approach. I had prayed about it. I was like, Lord, because when I was in the interview, the man was like, you got a bad work record. I'm like, yeah, I know. But if you give me this job, I guarantee you it won't, I'm going to be here. I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to be a great employee. And I got the job. And I feel like I have been a great employee. Even maybe not back then. It might be a little crazy. They might call me crazy. But as far as the job, that's one thing about any job I've been in. You can't tell me about the job that I'm doing, because I know once I learn the job, oh, it's on. I'm going to do my best, because what else? This is what I'm getting paid for. This is why I'm here. Like, if I don't do the job, I'm not one of them people that just want to walk around and steal time and be on lunch break for hours. And that's never been me, because it's just like I have a life outside of this job and I do want to go home. So, too, a lot of people hate their jobs and things is going wrong at their jobs. And it's just like, okay, Are you, you know, really paying attention what you're doing at the job, what role you're playing at the job? You know, like, are you putting your best foot forward? You know, are you not taking forever? Are you coming on time? Are you, you know, just doing your best? Because a lot of times, a lot of us just don't do our best. You know, we don't give our best. So, you know, you have to think about that. I did not want to make this video this long. It's already 15 minutes, but, you know, yeah, I just wanted to, and I haven't even really touched on anything. It's kind of just like an overview of what I wanted to talk about, or what I wanted to start talking about. One of the videos I wanted to start talking about as far as work issues, work trauma, work problems, because a lot of us have problems at work and do not know how to solve them. And a lot of us are leaving jobs that, if we just change our approach at it, it'll be okay. Because I was one. I was trying to run away from a job that I'm like, okay, hold up. I'm not finna run, because if I run, I'm gonna run back into that same problem again. So no, let me look at myself, see what I'm doing wrong first, and let me change me. And then once I change me, let me see if this is going to change. And I'm telling you, I started changing myself, and the atmosphere around me started changing. Like, when you start changing and you get God in you, and you get the word in you, and you become the light, and you become confident in who you are and loving yourself, people gonna start fleeing when they know they wrong. People gonna start moving to other people because they know they can't bring gossip and mess to you. And that's the great thing about me. Like, people can come up and people don't come up and tell me no mess, no gossip, not talking about people and talking down on that, because they know I don't deal with that stuff. Like, I'm not a person who finna sit up and gossip with you or nobody else. Like, I come to work and that's it. Nothing else. Nothing else. So, you know, let's just start changing our mindset of, you know, anybody who's having issues at work. Let's just take the first step, and let's just stop from trying to run away from the job, and let's run and go look in the mirror at ourselves, and let's start working on us and seeing what we can start with, that one thing that we can change, and just, you know, making a job a little more better. Because like I said, I know me being at this place for 8 years, and not only that, I've been working since 17 at an actual job. I started working at 12, but 17 is when I actually got a job. And just starting at that age and just being around so many different people and races, it's just like, I know how it could be, and not wanting to be at a job and saying, oh, I really hate this job. I really hate this job. And a lot of times I just don't think it's the job that you hate. I think it's the environment. I think it's the managers and supervisors or the CEOs who over the company. It's not the job itself. Because you already know when you get an orientation what you're going to do. You know, sometimes it might be like the job, like, I just don't want to do this. But we all are capable of doing any type of work. That's the whole point of learning different skills and everything. But I think what adds on to you really want to run and not be there is the people. So, you know, and instead of us going off and cussing people out and going postal, as they say, like, let's change our mindset, let's change our attitude towards it. And let's see, can we create the environment that we want to work in, you know, by us changing ourselves first instead of running away. Because if you start running, baby, you're going to keep having to run. And I have a friend, I have people who work in the same job that they work in, and they trying to run away from the job. And it's just like, let's think about that first. Think about it first. Let's change yourself first. Change your mindset first. Start loving yourself first, and seeing if that will change your environment or atmosphere before you leave and run away from something that you don't really want to leave. You know, like me, it's different because I know I don't want to do this 30 years. But as far as the job, like, you know, I have my time limit. But two, I want to try other things. You know, that's my thing. If I leave a job, most of my jobs, I like trying new things and expanding my mind and getting new skills. So, you know, if that's the reason you want to leave, then hey, that's great. I hope you find what's for you. But if not, hey, let's start looking at ourselves and working on ourselves. But hey, we're going to get back to it. I don't want this to be no longer than 20 minutes. But y'all have an amazing, great rest of y'all Friday, y'all. Enjoy. And we're going to get back on these work issues and trauma, in the next video. Y'all have an amazing Friday and be great.